Hello and welcome everybody to this video for today, which is Basics of Excel Part 2, and I'm your instructor Divya Thakur. So today we learn about Paste Special. We'll be learning about how to select special cells, also about the find and replace method to select cells, and finally we'll be learning about how to add comments in our Excel spreadsheet. So let's get started. Now we'll be learning about Paste Special. If you want to copy a cell, suppose this A1 cell, then you can do a right click, go to this copy option, then go to the cell where you want to paste this and quickly do a right click and paste. Or also you can use Control V and also Control C for copying. So Control C, Control V. But what if you want to copy and paste an entire column or an entire row or even a range of cells? So for that, if you want to copy these, then right click and you will do and it will get copied. Then go to the cell where you want to paste these range of cells, and if you will right click, you can see a paste special option over here. So in it you'll find many options of simply pasting, of pasting without borders or with borders, keeping the source column width. So as you can see, these columns, that is F, G, H, I, have smaller column widths than A, B, C, D. So this option is doing what? Copy and pasting the column widths as well. Or you can click on transpose. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is showing in a row in A1, B1, C1 and D1 cells. But over here, when I use the transpose function, 1, 2, 3, 4 is getting pasted in this column in the F1, F2, F3, F4 cells. So I'll just do what? Simply paste it over here. Also, paste special can be used to copy and paste formulas. For example, I used a formula over here of sum and went over to this cell and dragged it along and pressed enter. So as you can see, 28 is getting printed, which is the sum of all these 4 cells. Now what if I want to copy this formula, so which I have copied, and I want to paste it over in my gth column. So I'll do a paste special and paste it as a formula. So as you can see, it changed the range from G1 to G4. So here the range was A1 to A4, but when it pasted it using the paste special option, it changed it to G1 to G4. Also, you can use a shortcut, which is Control Alt V for using this paste special window. So you can use this formula tab over here, which means that you want to paste it as a formula, and click on OK. And you can see that it again changed the range, that is from H1 to H4. So this is how paste special works. Now let's learn about selecting special cells. For that, I have an example table over here. So if I'll select this whole table, and in my home tab, if I'll go to this find and select option, click on it and use this go to special option, then this lets you select the numbers in your table, text in your table, logicals, errors in your table under this constant tab, or even formulas, even comments. If there are any blanks in your table, the current region, current array, objects, data validation, some conditional formats if there are, the visible cells only, the last cell, dependence, precedence, column difference, row difference, etc. So from over here, if I want to see, just select the numbers that are present inside my table and clicked on OK. So this will select this part and this part over here. If I want to see that in my table if there exists any formula, then I'll do find and select, and I'll click on go to special, and then I'll click on this formula and click OK. So there is one formula in my table. What if I want to select if in this particular column of amounts, if there is a blank space? Because in real world examples, you will be getting thousands and lakhs of rows to search from. So this will come handy. So just go to special and click on blanks to see if there are any blanks in your column. So there is one blank. And similarly, in the entire table also, this can be applied. You can also use a shortcut for this, which is Control G. So this kind of a window will pop up. Click on special and now click on blanks. So this is how blanks have been selected for this particular table. Also, there is one more shortcut, which is F5, which pops up a similar window. Just click on special and click on whatever you want to choose. For example, text. Also now select the entire table and you can use another shortcut, which is F5. So this kind of a window will again pop up. Click on special and click on blanks. So this is how blanks from the table can also be selected. Now let's learn about find and replace. So suppose you have a table in which months, product and amount have been listed. You know that you just have two kinds of products, which are J and H, but by mistake somewhere instead of H you have written G. So if you had a very big column that is comprising of thousands or lakhs of entries, you can just simply, to find such mistakes will be tedious. So in Excel, there is a way out. So just select that column and inside your home tab, just click on this option, which is find and select. Now click on this find option and now find what it will ask you. So simply type G and click on this find all option. So you can see there are two cells where G have been written by mistake. Not a big problem, you can change it. So just click on this replace tab over here and type in H. Now click on replace all. That is, and it will show you this dialog box which says all done, we made replacements. So your G's now got changed with this value, which is H. So previously G was being shown over here, now H is being shown. Similarly, if in this table you had a series of tables for different years, you have listed different months, and you know that you by mistake have written the spelling August incorrectly. So you'll do what? Just select this column and now you can use a shortcut, which is Control F. Now you have to find what? August. Just do find all. So it shows you that we couldn't find what you were looking for. So now you realize that there was an error. So this is how you can also spot errors. And you can replace this cell with August here. Similarly, if in this column you realize that you might have mistakenly written May instead of March, and there was a series of columns. So again, select that column and do a Control F and this window will pop up. So just find what? Search for March and you will not get anything. So you know that there is something wrong. So you will search for May now. What if by mistake you have written May instead of March? Do a find all. And you can see that indeed there are two cells where you have written May. So this is the first cell, which should have been March, not May. So just select that cell from over here, or also you can do it manually. Now click on replace and replace this with March. Now don't click on replace all, because both the both of these cells will get replaced with March, but you just want this first cell over here to get replaced with March, so just click on replace, not replace all. And as you can see, this got replaced with March. So this is how find and replace option comes handy while you are working with your table. Now we have come to adding comment section. So suppose you want to introduce a new table and you want to know if you incurred a profit or a loss in that particular month. For example, the sales in the month of January by selling this product H were 400, but in the month of February it were 800. So you actually incurred a profit of 400. So 800 is 400 more than this 400. Similarly, in the month of March also you incurred a profit. So because 999 is greater than 800, so you incurred a profit of 199. So you want to see if in the consecutive months you incurred profit or loss. And for that you have written over a formula, which is I'll select this cell and calculate the difference of it from the previous cell and press enter. Now you can drag this along so as to get if you incurred a profit or loss. So positive values are showing that you actually incurred a profit in that particular month, but negative values are showing that you incurred a loss. Now suppose you transferred this table to some other user, but he is unable to get what this difference table is about. So to avoid such confusions, there is also one feature in Excel which is about comments. For that you can select this cell, right click it and go to this insert comment option. And now you can write a note here that this is about profit or loss incurred in the particular month. Moreover, you can also format your comment. So for example, you selected this and right clicked over here, go to format comment option, and you'll realize that you can change the font size of your comment, the font style, and also the font size. So suppose you chose this, okay, I'm choosing this Tempus Sans ITC, and I'm also changing my size to 8 and making it a little bold and clicking on OK. So this is how your comment will look like. Now comments are for the user references. They normally don't show up in your table, but they only show up when you hover over that particular cell. And how will you know that if that cell has a comment or not? You'll get a red mark like this. So just hover over your cell and this comment will show up. Also, you can delete your comment. So simply right click and click on this delete comment. Now you can insert comments using a shortcut, which is Shift F2. So if I selected this cell over here, which is D1, and I'll be doing a Shift F2, so this kind of a comment will pop up and I'm gonna write monthly sales. And again, if you want to delete it, just right click and go to this delete comment option. Also, you can edit your comment. So for example, I'll again use Shift and F2 and I've written monthly sales. But if I hovered over it, I'm not satisfied with it and I want to edit it. So just go to this edit comment option, monthly sales for the particular month. So this is how comments are written and added, also edited, deleted in Excel. Now this brings in to the final part of our video, which is quick analysis. So suppose if you select some range of cells like this and leave it. So over here at the bottom right corner, there appears an icon, which is the quick analysis icon. Just click on it and you'll see some formatting options like data bars. So this can give you a fair amount of idea what amount looks like. Different color scales as well, different icon sets, greater than. So which ones are greater? if it contains some text, and also you can clear the formatting. So it lets you also draw charts, for example, a clustered column chart of months versus the amount, like this also, which is horizontal, and also lets you do a sum on your uh, column contents, average count, that is how many entries are there, person total, running total, and summation of all of these row values. Then it also lets you make a separate table, which is known as a pivot table, about which we'll study later, and also lets you create some spark lines. So suppose like this lines, column lines, and also win or loss. So you can see if there was a profit or a loss. So now let's move on to the shortcuts that we have studied in this video, a final summary. So we studied about the following commands, which is Control Alt V to use space special. So suppose I'll select these cells and then I want to copy, so Control C, and I want to paste it here, so Control Alt and V. And it will show you all values, formats, comments, etc. Then we studied about select special. So if I'll just press on F5, because I have already made a selection over here. So go to special and just show me constants. Okay, it will select everything. Now, this can also be achieved using F5 or Control G. Now, you can also, we also studied about adding comments. So if I've selected this cell and I clicked on Shift and F2, I can add a comment over here. If I want to find and replace, so I can select some range of cells and then go to Control F and find what I am searching for. Also, to do a quick analysis, I can use Control and Q. So these are some shortcuts which will come in handy for you. So this is all. Thank you for watching.